In tonight's 7 Upfront segment, we're focusing on Black History Month, which begins tomorrow. So joining us is Jaman Jordan, local historian and educator for the Black Scroll Network History and Tour. Mr. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us tonight. First, tell us about your company, what you do, and why you started it.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Hello, everyone. And thank you for having me here, Glenda Lewis.
Yes.
Yes, I started this company in 2013 for a few reasons. One, I was a teacher at the time. I was a social studies teacher, and my students were learning about Black history in all these other places. They were learning about Selma. They were learning about Montgomery. They were learning about the Underground Railroad and what Harriet Tubman was doing on the East Coast. But they weren't learning about how Detroit was a part of all of that history. They were a part of the Civil Rights Movement. They were a part of the Underground Railroad. They were a part of the music history of America. And my students were learning more about other places than they were learning about the city of Detroit. And I thought that's really kind of a crime for me to be teaching them about all these other places that they ought to know about, but not their own hometown, the city of Detroit. So I began taking them on field trips. And as I took them on field trips, others who were not my students wanted to join these field trips. So I created a company to accommodate mostly adults who wanted to learn about Detroit's African-American history. That's how Black Scroll Network History and Tours started. So I led tours, did lectures about Detroit's African-American history. And of course, 3 months ago, I was appointed the city of Detroit's first official historian.
Wow, that is an incredible honor. Please talk about how it's being received and some of the stops on your tour.
Yes, so so far, it has been a great thing to be the city's first official historian. It allows me to do what I've already been doing, but allows me to do it to an audience that may not have been able to take one of my tours or had never joined a lecture. Now, as the city of Detroit historian, I'm at city events and I have a city framework and foundation under me to help me do things that I otherwise would not have been able to reach. And some of the stops on my tours. I do a Underground Railroad tour. And of course, some of the stops on that tour are Second Baptist Church, the oldest African-American church in the state of Michigan, founded in 1836. The Seymour Finney Barn site in Capitol Park in downtown Detroit, where Seymour Finney was an inn owner, but he had a barn around the corner from his inn where he hid Black people, freedom seekers who were escaping from slavery. He hid them inside of the barn, while sometimes the bounty hunters who were looking for them were staying in his inn, in his hotel around the corner. And of course, the historic monument that sits down at the Detroit River, Gateway to Freedom, International Underground Railroad Memorial. But other sites, the Dr. Ocean Sweet House, where Dr. Ocean and his wife Gladys Sweet defended their home against a racist mob in 1925. Dunbar Hospital, where African Americans founded this hospital during a time when healthcare was segregated. And of course, many of the homes and many of the venues where Motown artists performed. But before Motown artists, the jazz, blues, and other soul musicians in the city of Detroit performed before 1959, Berry Gordy. This is the kind of history that I like to talk about in the city of Detroit.
And it's just so important, Jaman, really, to have this outlet and to have you leading this way for our city. If someone wants to get involved, get on the tour, what do we do? How do we get in contact with you?
That's right. So the way to find me, the easiest way is just Google Jaman Black Scroll, and you'll see all of the different things, my email address, Facebook page, but Black Scroll Network .weebly, WEEBLY.com is the website. There is a Facebook page, Black Scroll Network History and Tours. That's a Facebook page. There's an Instagram page, Jaman Black Scroll. Okay. And of course, because I am the city of Detroit's official historian, there are ways to see some presentations and you don't have to join a tour. So I will be doing a lecture every month, a Detroit history lecture every month. The first one will be this month. It will be tomorrow, and I'll be doing that lecture. And you'll see one every month, about 30-minute lecture every month, and it'll be on the city of Detroit's cable station. And I will be presenting at the city council meetings, Detroit Black History Fact, at the city council meetings this month and during Black History Month. So these are other ways that you can get some of this Black history some of this Detroit history without joining a tour or a lecture.
Well, that is wonderful. Wonderful. Look forward to taking that in, and thank you for being with us here this evening to talk about it.
All right. I thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.